Ladies and gentlemen, this is a kickboxing contest scheduled for 3 rounds in the 135-pound kickboxing division, and it is for the 135-pound title. Introducing first, on my right, fighting out of the Pappy's Smokehouse blue corner, a kickboxer that stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 135 pounds. Fighting out of Marion, Illinois, William Eyre. And his opponent across the cage tonight, fighting out of the First Form red corner. This fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 135 pounds. He's fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, Peaches!
Referee Dwayne Best has drawn the bantamweight kickboxing title here at Shamrock Fighting Championships. Peaches in the red tape, William Eyre in the blue shorts. This crowd went nuts for Peaches.
Definitely the hometown favorite.
Touch of the gloves and into the action.
Obviously, William is the much longer fighter. Let's see how Peaches is able to, to adjust and deal with that length.
Eyre fights in a very classic boxing stance. Peaches getting in on him. Big knees there to the sides.
Yeah, obviously, Eyre was backing up, ran to the cage there a little bit. There's going to be probably a little bit of an adjustment for him fighting into the cage as opposed to the ring. As we saw there, nice little outside leg kick by both gentlemen.
Peaches working those feints.
Yeah, Peaches obviously.
He ate one coming in there, though.
Yeah, doing a good job, putting on the pressure, coming forward, but he needs to move his head. Obviously, William does have the reach on him, so you got to be careful. William's very relaxed there, had a nice little inside leg kick, followed up with a 1-2.
Yeah, Eyre is, like I said, he's really using the jab. He's also switching stances.
Yes, he is. So see how Peaches is able to adjust to that. William is very relaxed in there. Nice body kick there by Peaches.
Both of these guys very calm. Nice 1-2 there.
Nice 1-2 there by William. Peaches came back with his own little body kick or leg kick there.
Peaches eats a few shots there.
Yeah, Peaches needs to move. He's got to have head movement. He needs to circle. You don't want to eat those shots. Again, William is the longer fighter, so if you're sitting on the outside there, you either need to be all the way out or you need to be all the way in. You cannot sit in that mid-range there where William is able to pick his shots.
Oh, big right hand there out of Eyre.
Nice right hand by Eyre.
How do you see that one?
Ladies and gentlemen, immediately following tonight's main event, it'll be the official Shamrock FC 341
putting on some pressure.
after party.
However, William was just getting the better of the exchanges. He's doing a good job utilizing that jab.
Your ticket to tonight's event gets you into the Eyre Sports Bar absolutely free. Come hang out with the fighters and keep the party going all night long.
And as we can see here, Eyre in the corner doesn't even take the stool.
Doesn't take the stool. That psychologically that plays into things.
It can be a big psychological play. As we look here at our instant replay, good right down the pipe, that big cross there out of Eyre.
Yeah, but William just said no to water. He's fresh. He's feeling good. Let's see if William tries to put on a little bit more pressure coming into this round. It's got to be a confidence builder for him.
Absolutely, it does.
Peaches
he's got to move forward. He's got to be more aggressive.
He's got to create more movement as well. You can't just move linear. You can't just move straight forward. You got to create some angles. There you go. Nice job by Peaches.
Eyre is doing a great job here, though.
By William. Great.
He's doing a great job, though, with the boxing. He's maintaining in close.
Yeah, his kicks are great, too, though. He's doing a good job. He's switching stances. He's creating angles. Those 1-2s are beautiful. You know, he's setting up his kicks with his punches. You know, the reach seems to be quite a bit for Peaches to deal with right now.
Yeah, Peaches seems to be having a hard time getting in.
Ooh, nice
and
uppercut
he's eating
there by
him to the
William.
nose,
Ooh.
as you can see, and that's going to start to affect his breathing.
Yep, as you can see, Williams starting to really open up and string together some combinations there. Land uppercut, nice hook there. See, William, he backed up, circled out just enough out of the way, and he's coming forward. Nice 1-2 there. That really rocked Peaches. I think Peaches is hurt.
Yeah, Peaches has definitely been hurt here.
Peaches is hurt, and William can tell.
Yeah, Eyre is starting to swarm a bit now here.
I wonder if Peaches' leg is hurt or knee. I mean, looks like he's having a hard time with that right leg there a little bit. I don't know if we just missed something, but nice
big
leg
kick there. Eyre starting to chop him down.
Yeah, I think William.
It's got to be that leg.
Yeah, William smells blood. He knows Peaches is hurting bad, and I don't know if something happened in the exchange there, but you know, Peaches having a hard time keeping his feet
starting to
underneath
limp.
him.
And Eyre again starting to attack that big left hand, that check
Nice
hook right
short
there.
hook. Yeah. Inside leg kick there by Peaches.
Tough round for Gordon in that one. He's busted up pretty bad, but now it's really going to come down.
Shamrock FC
what happened to the
341
leg?
is brought to
That's
you
where
in
it's
part
really going to come
by
down to.
Title
Yeah.
Because he
MMA.
chopped him down.
From equipment
I was
design to
looking at,
real involvement in the
Peaches took some
sport,
good shots to
Title
that left
continually
leg. I was looking
delivers
at
the
his right
best
leg to try to
boxing
see if
and MMA
he
gear
looked a little
in the
unstable
industry.
there at first,
Title
but then it looked like maybe he was
MMA,
starting to get his
official
legs back
sponsors of
underneath him, so I don't
Shamrock
know if anything
Fighting
necessarily happened to that
Championships.
right leg, but clearly he's getting chopped down at the legs, and that's paying a toll. You know.
Yep, as we look here at our instant replay again, that one hurt. You could tell.
Yeah, you know, Peaches really turned into it, tried to relieve some of that pressure, then he got kicked again, and he had to go down to a knee right there. You know, I would look for William to come out this next round and try to put Peaches away and just put the pressure on him. So, you know, Peaches needs to be ready for the pressure to come.
Third and final round. Patrick Peaches Gordon in the red tape. William Eyre in the blue. Jeremy Johnson along with Adam Meredith live from Ameristar Casino. Big combos there out of Eyre.
Yeah, Peaches
Gordon kind of pushing forward though now himself.
Nice 1-2-3 right there by William. You know, it didn't land, but he's throwing them. And
yeah, he's definitely throwing good combos.
You throw them out there and something will land. You know, you touch your opponent enough, and that's whenever you land those big shots.
I think Peaches feels a bit of the desperation.
Nice 1-1-2 there by Peaches.
He's moving up. He's throwing a big right hand with every shot now.
Yeah, I think Peaches understands that he's probably behind on the scorecards and he needs to make something happen here in this round. Nice body kick there by William.
Oh,
and
question mark kick just missing.
You know, again, a lot of it is, you know, William is doing a great job using his reach. You know, his length. You know, he's moving out of Peaches' range just enough so that way he doesn't get hit. Nice check there by William. And then he's returning fire.
1 minute remaining in this fight.
Nice. Again, that left hook of Eyre is finding a home.
Ooh, nice inside leg kick there by Peaches.
With 49 seconds, Peaches has to do something to finish. Eyre looking himself to try to get this fight over with.
Yeah, you know, William's staying very patient. Still just picking his shots, not throwing anything with too much power, but, you know, he's obviously throwing with some heat.
There is definitely something with that left leg of Gordon.
Yeah, you know, Peaches took some hard kicks there early in the fight. Obviously, Williams getting very confident right now. He's coming forward, you know, just he's throwing hard punches as he's moving downhill. That can be very tough to deal with.
Nice step out left hook there out of Eyre.
Nice hook there.
A good, very good fundamental boxing there out of William Eyre.
Man, that was just a beautiful fight by William Eyre. I mean, just all the way around, he's very technical, very crisp. I mean, his kickboxing looked amazing there.
100%. The story of this, though, really is the fundamentals of boxing that came out of William Eyre and the injuring of Peach's leg.
Yeah, I mean, William had great footwork. You know, he really chopped down that front leg of Peaches, which made it very hard for Peaches to do very much of anything. And again, I think the reach was probably the biggest factor. I mean, Peaches had a hard time dealing with that. And then you kind of pair that with the footwork, with the combinations. You know, keeping your range is one of the hardest things to develop as a fighter. And William Eyre did a beautiful job maintaining his distance and picking his shots.
What a fight here. Again, as we go to our instant replay again, big overhand right there out of Eyre. And then, again, that beautiful little check left hook to him. It found a home more often than not.
Yeah, jab cross, cross hook, jab cross again, just coming downhill, stringing together punches. That was a beautiful performance by William Eyre. A lot of heart shown by Peaches there.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, where tonight we have a unanimous decision. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new 135-pound kickboxing champion, William Eyre.
A huge win for William Eyre here over hometown favorite Patrick Peaches Gordon. But again, he had great fundamental boxing. A beautiful fight. We have more to come, though.